welcome to the Knitting Unicorn podcast. I'm your host, Rebecca, and this is a podcast about knitting and crochet and other fiber arts, including now sewing. But we'll get to that later. I'm coming to you from southern New Hampshire, and it is finally a beautiful day out after several extra feet of snow that nobody needed in April. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. There's a lot going on in my house right now, so I am podcasting today from the bedroom. My husband so lovingly decided that we call it the loft, but it's kind of like a big open sitting area at the top of the stairs outside our bedroom, and he is letting me turn that area into my own craft room. And it's awesome, and he's so sweet. And he's out there organizing things, and we ended up redoing a whole bunch of other things, and it's just been a crazy weekend. The house is kind of in shambles, but it's awesome, and I will show it to you probably the next video when it's completed. And yeah, so things are a mess, and if you hear any loud noises or things like that, that's what that is. So I guess we'll start today. As usual, crazy dog is here. All right, Indy, you are making this difficult as usual. As usual. So I have one finished object to show you, and a half object. I don't really have any new whips to show, some progress on my sweater, and I have a bunch of yarn to show you. Some of it is new acquisitions, some of it is some plans I have for the box of socks cal, and a lot of it is for the Knitting Unicorn knit along, which is happening. I also have some giveaways at the end of the episode that I'm really excited about. And so let's just dive in. I'm going to start with what I'm wearing. I'm currently wearing my Pure Joy from Joji Locatelli. I have podcasted about this particular shawl numerous times. I have a very deep love-hate relationship with it. So I made this out of Birch Dye Works fingering weight in CYMK is the gray color, and the purple is a custom dyed color that I requested to match. And if you are new and you haven't seen me talk about this before, I'll just tell you that it's a bunch of short row wedges, as you can see. I thought that I had completed the shawl and had accidentally done the bottom row here in the gray when it should have been the purple. And then I realized that I miscounted and it should have been purple all along, which would have made it longer, which was my complaint, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, at some point this year, I am going to pick up all the bottom stitches and knit that last wedge in purple. And I think that I will really like it because it'll be wider and it will be a shape that I would prefer to wear. But right now I am trying to wear it anyway as like a little shawlette thing. It's not typically a style that I wear, but I'm trying. Yes, so moving on to finished objects, I actually finished my underwing mitts, and I'm very happy with how they turned out, and I did finish them in time for the end of the cal, which was hosted by Haven Fiber Arts. I did not win a prize, but I think they came out great. We had a laugh. I'm going to put a picture in here. Carol knitted the exact same pattern, different color, in the same needle size, and hers are huge, and mine are tiny. So it just goes to show that even if you're not doing a garment, sometimes you should make a gauge swatch. So I am sending these off to somebody I know who has teeny tiny hands and will love them. And I will probably remake them for myself. I bought a size 3. I made them on a size 1 9-inch circular. And I am going to remake them on a size 3 9-inch circular. So they fit me. But they're really pretty and I love them. This is a design by Erica Hauser. And her color work designs are gorgeous. And I love it so much. And it was a lot of fun to work on. So I'm definitely going to make another pair to fit me. So those are done. Finally. My next finished object are my Rhinebeck Sweater Weather socks. And these, see if I can adjust the light a little. They're a little baggy on the blockers because I've been wearing them. But I'm very happy with how they came out. And they almost match perfectly. I think I didn't, when I started the second sock, I should have started on the purple color a little higher up because I have the blue on the back of one and not quite on the back of the other. But they fit really well. These are the best fitting socks I've made so far. They're just a plain shorty sock. And I cast on 64-inch stitches. And I made these. These are the first finished object I have on my Addi Flexi Flips. And I will link to the review I did on them somewhere. But these are the Flexi Flips. And I did them in a 2.75 millimeter needle. I tend to knit very tightly, so I wanted to go up a size in my sock needles. So I did that. I went up to the 2.75. And I really enjoyed knitting on these a lot. I think that they were awesome. I knit the entire sock with them. Heels and toes as well. I did slip all my stitches onto size 1 double points just to do the Kitchener stitch because I like to have a little extra room for the tapestry needle. But other than that, I always do that. I knit everything else with them. They were awesome. I'm a huge fan of them now. And I'm going to do another project with them shortly, and I'll show you that later. So I'm really excited about that. I mentioned this in the last episode. I did the heel and toe recipe, I guess, that I'm doing now, where I decrease and then knit 2 rounds 3 times. And then do a decrease and knit 1 round. Did that 3 times. Then I decrease every round down to 10 stitches and then Kitchener for the toe. For the heel, I do the same thing, except when I get down to 10 stitches, I knit 3 rows flat. Not flat, in the round, but no decreases. And that seems to fit my heel really well. I do think that for me, I need to knit a little bit longer before I do my heel for shorty socks because they do tend to slip a little for me, or maybe I should do them in a smaller gauge or something. I'm not sure yet. I gotta figure that out because the shorties do tend to slip a lot. But as far as the heel and the toe and everything goes on these, really nice. I'm very happy with them. So those are those. And then, let's see, I have a half object, and that is my Pygmy Puff socks. So I finished one of them, and these are also a shorty sock, and they're even shorter than the others, but I did a 2x2 rib instead of a 3x1, and I think that that also helped. Because I did a heel flap on these, I also mentioned last time that I had picked up 4 stitches instead of just 1 or 2 to close up the hole in the gusset, and that worked out really well. And so I have cast on the other sock, and I'm getting close to the toe on this one. I worked on this a lot yesterday while we were driving around running errands. And I also picked up the 4 stitches, and there is no holes, no gaps. that stitch is a little loose and it's kind of messy, so forgive that, but really happy with how these are coming out. And then I haven't discussed this yet, but I'm very excited. Because these are Pygmy Puff socks, I'm going to make little pom-poms and attach them to the back of the heels. And it's going to be super cute. And these are my pairs for March. The box of socks, Cal, if you don't know, from Wool and Vine, is a minimum of 12 pairs of socks for the year. And shorties only count as half, so that's why I did 2 pairs of shorties this month. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing a whole lot more of that because, quite honestly, it took, I think, more time. But whatever. As far as whips go, moving on to whips, we're chugging along today. I still have my light flax sweater, but I did decide to chug along the sleeves a little bit the last couple days. So we are trying not to drop everything. So we've got this sleeve, and I measured the last time I tried them on. I have this little string here. This is the halfway point, so I fold it here. I just got to get back down to the armpit. It's not too much for sleeve 1. And then we have to move on to sleeve 2. And I've decided that what I'm going to do this week's plan, I'm sure it will change next week, I'm going to rip out the bottom ribbing and knit another inch or so. And then I'm going to put the hem back in and I'm going to do a split hem. So that is the plan for this sweater. But it's coming out really nicely. I'm very happy with it. It's going a little slower than I had anticipated, but it's still very, very pretty. So I will be excited to finish that and move on to my next sweater, which I have also decided, I think I mentioned last time, I was going to do the breathing space, but I've decided I'm going to do the timely cardigan. And I think that that will be a much quicker, fun knit for a sweater. So that's the plan there. And then I took a class. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, you saw it, but at my local yarn store, Pintuck and Pearl, they also do sewing, and they have lots of fun classes. And I've been wanting to sew, to learn how to sew. I do have a sewing machine that I got at an estate sale. It's a Singer Slant-O-Matic 401A. It was made in 1957. It is in absolute perfect condition, and I've been wanting to use it, so I took a class. I was gonna try and power it up the other day, and I didn't have the power cord for it, and I guess I never bought that. And so I noticed that on the machine, I'll put a picture in, that there was a sticker on the machine from where this machine was purchased, and it is local, so I looked them up online, and they still exist. They're still in business, so I called them up and I asked them if they had the piece that I needed, the power cord, and they were like, yep, we keep those in stock. If you're a sewist, then you probably think I'm crazy because Singers tend to use the same power cord forever and it's always in stock and blah, blah, blah. So whatever. I didn't know. I just thought it was really cool that this machine is still practically perfect. It has all the little parts and all the pieces to clean it, everything other than that power cord. It came with everything. So that was really exciting. So I ordered the cord, and as soon as I get it, I will power it up, and then I'm going to take a class on sewing machine basics and learn how to use my machine. But I digress. I took this class. We use the machines at the shop, and they have really nice Bernina machines. And it was Sewing 101, and we made a tote bag. And it was awesome, and it was so much easier than I thought. I really was panicking over using the sewing machine and hitting the pedal. I didn't even know what was going to happen. I was terrified. But it ended up being awesome, super easy, and I am very proud. So I made this tote bag. And some of you may recognize the fabric. It's Rifle Paper Company fabric. This is one of the Alice in Wonderland ones. And then the inside, I did the lining in also Rifle Paper Company in one of the Alice in Wonderland fabrics. It's the black and white one with all of the different locations, the tea party and the throne room and the croquet and all of that. So I have been eyeing this fabric at the shop for a while, but as I didn't know how to sew, I obviously didn't buy it. And other than the little seam at the bottom of the inside, where you, as I like to call it, birth your bag, it's actually reversible. So I just need to cut off those little threads, but I don't even think that you would notice this little flap here. You could totally reverse this bag. So anyway, I'm really, really proud of it. It came out really nicely. My boxed bottom, I just thought that was awesome. I was so proud of that. Just came out so perfect. So that's my other sewing finished object, and I'm really happy. So I just can't wait to get my sewing machine up and running so I can make a whole bunch more tote bags. So everybody's getting tote bags for Christmas now. And speaking of tote bags, I also was thinking about making some tote bags for there's a goat sanctuary called Goats of Anarchy, and they take in mostly babies, but goats with special needs. A lot of them are born without feet or legs, or they've been injured, and they rescue these goats. Either the farmers bring them to the sanctuary, or they rescue them from auctions and slaughter and things like that. And they do a really amazing job, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of money. So I will put a link to them below. If you can donate to them or help purchase things off of their Amazon wish list, that would be amazing. And I am considering making some cute goat themed tote bags to sell on an Etsy shop, and all of the money, not just the profits, but all of the money for those sales will go to them. So I will keep you posted on that. But they are a really great charity that is near and dear to me, so definitely check them out. And let's see, what else do we have? This might be a short episode. So speaking of box of socks, I am planning to do, for April, I have this yarn. And it's called Storm Cloud, and it is a fingering weight yarn from Birch Dye Works. And what I'm going to do is make the Drippity Drop socks from Bakery Bears, Kay's new pattern that she just released, and they will be my April shower socks. And then I also got, I'm so excited about this, from the Wool Barn. This is the twist sock set in Bramble colorway. And I hope that when I edit this video, the colors come out better. But this is a beautiful muted purple with this matching speckled yarn. And I'm going to do the Wildflowers and Honeycomb pattern by This Handmade Life, I believe. And that is a really cute pattern that's got little flower lace motif, and these will be my Mayflower socks. So we have, drop that one, April showers and Mayflowers. I know it's so dorky, but I'm so excited. I think it's going to be super cute. So those are my next April and May socks for Box of Socks Cow. I know I don't have to do one pair a month, but it just, for scheduling and making it all work, that works for me. So, and then I get to do them like thematic. So I guess the Wool Barn is part of acquisitions. This just came last week, even though I ordered it forever ago. And then I also went to, we had up in northern Massachusetts, the Knit North Yarn Crawl, And there was 9 shops around the northern Massachusetts area that were participating. And so I popped over to some of the shops and I got a few things. I bought the Regia Perfect from Arne and Carlos, and this is Garden. I'll see if I can get that. Oh, there you go. Ignore my chipped nail polish. So that's the Garden pattern. And this is my first pair of Regia sock yarn, so I'm excited to do that. And I don't know, some point this year, this will be a pair of socks that I make. And then I also got, I don't know why I bought this, but it was so cute, I couldn't resist it. This is a SHAWL Ambient, and it's just a 50-gram ball of this pretty teal and green and mauve colors. And I looked up some patterns on Ravelry that people made out of this yarn, and it's not quite self-patterning like the Regia, but it does, because of all these little bits, it does create a little bit of a stripy effect. So I think that'll be really pretty, and I think I'm going to make something out of this for my friends who just adopted a little baby girl, and I'm not sure what yet. It's only 50 grams, but maybe a hat and socks or something like that. So super cute. It's so soft. I think it's great for baby knits. And then I also bought, and I'm only showing one skein of it, but I did buy a package of 10 of the Let Lopey. They just had a really good deal going on at another yarn for the big packages. And yeah, so I bought 10 skeins of Let Lopey, and it's just in the gray color. And I think I'm going to make a Ramona cardigan out of this, because this is an Aran weight, and the Ramona cardigan calls for an Aran weight. And I think that most people do the Ramona cardigan in something more of a superwash, but I think I have enough yarn to do it and maybe make it a little bit on the big side so it's really cozy and I can wear something underneath so it's not scratchy. This is the first time I've really got to hold the Let Lopey, and it's weird because it's Icelandic wool and it's spun with the outer coat with the guard hairs and the under soft coat. And normally that you would think that's really itchy, and it feels kind of itchy and rustic. But when I put it up against my skin, it doesn't bother me. And normally I'm very sensitive to wool. It's rough, but it's not like itchy. I don't know, it's weird. But I'm really excited about it. So this will, I think, become the Ramona cardigan. Yay. And then I also got, I told you guys about, so the yarn I got from Haven Fiber Arts for the underwing mitts. I had ordered from her a full skein, because this was a kit that just came in little, like mini skeins basically for this. I decided to order 3 full-size skeins. Look how beautiful this is. Sorry, my color is so off up here. This is a brown, kind of mustardy yellow brown. And this is, it's not the exact same yarn, it's a different base than what I made the mitts in. This is a single ply superwash merino. And then there's the natural and the mint green. And this is what I'm making that gorgeous Timber Cove shawl out of that I showed you last time, and I'll put a picture in. And the brown and white will be the checked, kind of colored, patterned inside of the shawl, and the mint green will be the cabled border. So I think that's going to be gorgeous, and I can't wait to do that. So many plans, so little time. So that's going to be awesome. And then I also got one more yarn, but I guess I'll transition to talking about the cowl. This is going to be a really fast episode. So, if you don't know, there is the Knitting Unicorn Knit Along, which started this past week, March 21st, on the spring equinox, and it's going until June 21st, which is the summer solstice. So you have 3 months, plenty of time. Whips are welcomed, and it's a very easygoing cowl. There's really not a lot of rules other than it has to be something unicorn related. Either the pattern is unicorn inspired, maybe it's unicorn colorwork, or the yarn is named after unicorns, or whatever. Just something related to unicorns. And we have a bunch of people who have already joined in. We already have someone who finished something, which is crazy. We'll talk about that. And yeah, so feel free to join in. It's the hashtag Knitting Unicorn Cal on Instagram, and then on Ravelry we have a thread going for chatter and other kinds of giveaways. And then there's also an FO thread that's been opened. So please, please, please post in the chatter thread. We're doing giveaways for that, and I actually have a couple giveaways already for this, which I'm going to announce at the end. And come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you've got plenty of time to join. You can have multiple entries if you do multiple things, and like I said, whips are welcomed. So that being said, I have a few things that I want to do. One of them is probably wishful thinking, but the first thing I'm doing for the cowl, I have not cast it on yet, even though I said I was going to, but I just got a little bit busy with other things. But I am making the Unini, the Magical Unicorn, from Anna of Dunkelgrün podcast, and this is what that looks like. I bought this kit from her, and it came with all this beautiful organic merino yarn that she hand dyed, and it's so soft and squishy. So I'm hoping to cast that on this week. I just need to finish the Pygmy Puff sock before I feel comfortable casting on another project, because I still have other whips that I'm not even showing you guys because I haven't done anything on them. So anyway, so I will be making that, and then I will also be doing for my June sock. I talked about April and May, but my June sock is going to be, oh my goodness, this is from Lemonade Shop, the Magical Lucky Charms colorway that she made because of the new unicorn marshmallows that are in the cereal. It's ridiculous. I'm putting in a picture. This is gorgeous, and if you look at the picture, it completely matches, which is crazy. So, Magical Lucky Charms. So excited. So this will be my June sock. I'm not sure what pattern I'm going to do yet. It might be the Scatterbee sock. Because it is so speckled, I wanted to do something that maybe just has a texture, but not necessarily a motif like the wildflower and honeycomb socks. I think that would be a little, I don't know. I really want to highlight this yarn. It's gorgeous. And it's crazy soft. This is the Mighty Sock Base, which is a 75-25 superwash merino. And I bought other yarn from her. Maybe it's a different base, but this is beautiful. I really, really like this. So that's that. It's so gorgeous. And then if I have time, I know that I won't, but I'll probably make it anyway. I want to do, I'm going to look up the name of it again, the Exordium shawl from Rebecca PICOULT. And it's 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn that they don't have to match or anything, but I have from Christmas when Amber and I did our Knitmas. She got me these 2 skeins from Knitted Wit on Etsy, and this one is Unicorn Giggles, and this one is Unicorn Nightmares, and they're gorgeous. And I have been struggling with what to do with them. I wanted to do more than just a sock, and I've already discussed my issues with fingering weight shawls, so I was really struggling to choose a pattern. And then I saw the Exordium shawl come up on Instagram, and it's perfect for this. So I'll put the picture in so you can see what that looks like. So that will be that. Again, probably won't get this done for the cowl, but I will definitely get Unini the Magical Unicorn, as well as the socks in June with the Lucky Strike, the Magical Lucky Charms. So that's that. I guess what's left is CAL stuff. So, there will be a bunch of giveaways, like I said, for the CAL. And the grand prize, I should wait. Well, maybe, I don't know. I am actually getting, back up. Carol and Amber from A Single Strand Studio have put together a kit for this podcast, and the grand prize of the Knitting Unicorn CAL will be one of these kits. It is this beautiful unicorn-inspired bag. This is the fabric. And I don't know if you can tell, but these little pops are actually metallic. And it's just gorgeous. And it snaps closed, which I love. I love the snaps. I love them. And then Lisa from A Flying Fin Studio has dyed up some skeins of yarn that match this. And the kit will come with the bag with the skein of yarn. I'm getting that yarn today. So I will try to put in a picture of the prototype for the yarn, because I have that. But that's not the final picture. It's going to be more pink. But it's gorgeous. Actually, no, she sent me a picture of it. Do I have the picture? Maybe I'll show it to you right now on the phone. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Here it is. That is the yarn that goes with the bag. Is that gorgeous or what? And then your kit will also come with a code from Jen Stack, who has made the Snip Snap socks, and you'll get a code to download that PDF on Ravelry. All of the prizes for the CAL are going to come with the Snip Snap socks pattern. And currently that is the grand prize. There may be some other prizes included with this. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. If you want to donate a prize to the CAL, just let me know. And yeah, so the current prizes that we're giving away, yay! So I asked everyone this week to post to the chatter thread what they were casting on or what they did cast on. And so I am going to pull right now on camera the winner. So random number 18. Who is 18? I think I know who 18 is. No. I knew it. Cal's Gran. Yay, Cal's Gran. So Cal's Gran is Carol. Go figure. So the prize for today is the pattern Chasing Unicorns by Hand Drawn Yarns. It's a gorgeous shawl pattern. And so Carol will get that. And then Carol will also get this super cute Progress Keeper from Owls and Orchids. Oh my God, is this not the cute? I'm doing a horrible job showing this to you. Ugh, stop looking at my nail polish. Super, super cute. So this little, here we go, this is better. This little Progress Keeper from Owls and Orchids. She's got little gold flowers in her hair. My goodness. So that will go to Carol, and congratulations. Carol is also the first person to have a finished object. So she did the Jelly Roll socks in a yarn called Christmas with Unicorns, which is funny because it's also made by Hand Drawn Yarns, who wrote that shawl pattern. So congratulations, and I will get this to you today. So that's it. Oh my gosh, that's all. I'm thinking that I will do another giveaway for a pattern in April at some point for the Cal. So keep posting pictures. That one will probably be on Instagram and not on Ravelry. So please don't forget to hashtag your posts for the Cal, hashtag knitting unicorn knit Cal, and you can even tag me on those. And there'll be more instructions for another giveaway soon. So I look forward to seeing what you guys are making, and that'll be awesome. And then the last administrative thing I want to say is for those of you who have been waiting for the next Fiber 101 installment on goats, I've delayed that because I'm going to go to the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool Festival in May, and I plan to speak with all of the different shepherds and spinners and other people who are there, interview them, get some really good footage of the animals themselves, not just goats, but all the other ones too, and incorporate that footage into the series. And I think that'll be really great than having me just sit in front of the camera and ramble off a bunch of facts about yarn. So I'm really excited about that, and I think it will really be a great addition to the series. So sit tight, and we will have a lot more Fiber 101 episodes coming up, probably after that festival and then through the rest of the year. So we'll ramp that up in the summer. So that's it for now. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.